and welcome back once again to Let's Play Pathfinder Kingmaker. Yes. Okay, so second video of the evening, if all goes according to plan. First one being a video update. So I did my video update. I went out to the pharmacy to drop my prescription in for my mother. I came back and I thought, do you know what? Because I wasn't planning on doing a Pathfinder session today. I thought, do you know what? No, I am. I'm in the mood to play Pathfinder. My voice is getting a bit better now. And I'm feeling festive. So I'm going to give you guys a bloody webcam in this session. So you can see my lovely cinnamon candle burning in the background, and you can see my lovely face. So I'm going to give you a webcam, and we're going to treat this as just a nice chilled out session. Okay, I don't care what happens in the session. I don't care if we don't make any progress. Really, I just thought I'll treat you all, if you want something like this, to a chilled out, relaxed stream this evening. A stream? Because I've got my camera on, you see, I'm confused. Session of Pathfinder. So the first part of the session, we're going to be talking to the storyteller, because I think I can actually now read some text without my throat feeling like it's going to cave in on itself. So I've got myself a nice pot of tea, a smell of cinnamon in the air. Let's crack on, folks, and enjoy some of Elquist's adventures. So let's go hand to the tree crest setting and see what story we get today. And then we'll have to advance some time to see whether or not we get a new chapter or something that triggers next, because we've done the Ancient Curse Part 6, so no doubt we're waiting for the Ancient Curse Part 7. And before we dive into this, of course we saw the Wild Hunt pour out of the portal, and I'm assured that they are a nightmare to deal with because of the wild gaze attack that we saw in the fight that debilitated Knock Knock and somebody else for most of the fight. That is their most irksome ability, so we might want to prepare for that if we can, and people have already suggested ways to do it. I just haven't taken heed of that advice just yet, so let's hope that today we don't stumble into any Wild Hunt people, eh? So anyway, we've brought you a relic. Oh. Ah, I hear an elven flute. A joyful melody is being played in the main square, and passers-by cannot help but dance. This is not my native Cayunine, no. This kingdom rose and fell thousands of years before. What ruined it? I think I can hear their story. Are you ready to hear about the sad fate of Rushwood? Of course we are. Tell me about the ancient kingdom, the kingdom of ancient elves. Yes, I mean, being half elf ourselves, this actually might be one story that we are really interested in. As much as entertaining as the other ones have been, this is one that's of significant interest to our Elquist. Ah, first of all, have some coins. I'm guarding the royal chambers. I can hear the queen weeping, inconsolable. I clench the hilt of my useless sword so hard it makes my fingers ache. There's no way for me to help my lady. King Lithoriel the Wise is ill, and we all pray for his swift recovery. That's what they told the populace. The truth is much worse. The king isn't really ill, at least not in the traditional sense. He lies staring unblinkingly at the ceiling, barely breathing, neither alive nor dead. The queen is at his side day and night. The high priestess begs for guidance from higher powers. The court wizards relentlessly cast their best spells. But I'm afraid that even the sisters would be unable to help us this time. Who are the sisters? Magical creatures. The royal house's closest advisors. 3 sorceresses with covered faces. Maybe fae, Maybe celestial. Who knows? Long ago they served our king's mother, the Honourable Lavelie, the road builder, the founder of Rushwood. Our kingdom wouldn't have flourished without their magic and their wisdom. His Highness's crown was... Is this supposed to be a joke? Is this Elquist trying to be funny? Because if Elquist's crown was missing, perhaps he would be lying staring at the ceiling in a state of vegetation. Maybe... Oh... Hang on a second, Elquist. Do you know something that we don't know? How did you know that? Yes, it's true. They found the king in the garden, lying as if dead, with no sign of the crown. Who would dare touch his Highness, let alone have the nerve to remove the crown from his head? It's been 10 days, and we're no closer to solving the mystery. It was a disgusting scene in the council hall this morning. The prince struck his sister on the face in full view of the queen, the advisers, and the court. She said it was time for us to stop lying to ourselves. It's been a month and the king is no better than the day we found him. She said we should admit he was dead. It took the prince some time to find the words to answer. His voice cracking, he accused her of wishing to usurp the throne to fulfill some quixotic fantasies, of sending a crusade against the Cyclopses. I distinctly recall the look the princess gave her mother, but the queen kept silent. The sisters, the court, the guards under my command, everyone watched her in silence. She quickly left the council hall without saying another word. Cyclopses, you say? Far to the west, beyond rivers, impassable swamps, and a wall of mountains. A tribe of Cyclops recently appeared. Our scout reported that they'd escaped from faraway Golgan for some reason. They decided to found a new kingdom called Coloran. The Cyclops are fearsome, but they're too far away to be a threat to us. King Lethoriel is called the Wise for a reason. He decided that we would only engage them if they dared to move troops against us, and only to rebuff their attack. We would not initiate a war with them. The king and the court argued regularly with the princess on the topic. She felt that the threat should be nipped in the bud. And who do you think is right? It is hard to say, really. I want to believe the king will wake up. But if, God forbid, he doesn't, the kingdom needs a ruler. It's the dead of night. I'm in the queen's chambers. She whispers an order to me. I don't frighten easily, but I shudder. She's tasked me with gathering people who are loyal to her and arresting the princess at dawn. Her Highness is sure her daughter is plotting a coup, and she wants to avoid such bloodshed. Doesn't she understand that this act will unleash the very feud she's hoping to avoid? I'm leaving the Queen's chambers. My heart pounds so hard I fear it might stop. I'm terrified by what I'm about to do. A short note hastily placed in a maid's hand. Forgive me, Your Highness, but I would sooner besmirch my honour with treason than allow you to ruin your own kingdom and your own daughter. So do you think the princess is innocent? I'd stake my life on it, even my honour. The princess is loyal to Rushwood. The prince's slap today wouldn't be enough to make her turn against her people. The queen knows it too, I'm sure. So why did she decide her own daughter was plotting a coup? And why didn't the sisters talk some sense into her? Maybe the prince is spreading lies about his sister. Yes, Yes, that must be it. At dawn, we approach the princess's chamber and see a team thrice as large barring our way. We're disarmed and discharged. The queen is in honorary confinement in her chambers. The carnage has been prevented. No one knows of my crime, save my own conscience, which is enough. I sentence myself to banishment from the country I love above all else, the country in which I am now ashamed to look even the lowliest garbage collector in the eye. At least he fulfills his simple duty with honesty. A dirty roadside tavern. It smells of sour beer and burnt bread, and all I hear are these rough, barbaric tongues. I question travellers incessantly for news out of Rushwood, and what I hear makes me want to grab the swill they serve here and drink myself into a stupor. Power passed into the princess's hands without any bloodshed, but the prince has retired to his estate to gather troops against his sister. I've no doubt. My betrayal didn't prevent the feud, it simply delayed it. He'll need just half a year, I fear, and no longer. I kneel and pray to all the kind gods. May they grant mercy, and may they keep safe the kingdom I couldn't. As you can likely guess, the gods did not answer his prayers. Soon, Rushwood was devoured by the fires of the royal feud, and then Earthfall wiped even Rushwood's ruins from the face of Golarion. So what happened to the banished guard captain? He travelled to the Thessalonian Empire. He served as a guard and gave lessons in swordplay. But that's where his trail goes cold. I think he continued to question travellers for news of Rushwood to the end of his days, trying to decide if what he did that night was right. Maybe arresting the princess would have avoided the feud after all, who can say? I do not believe he ever found the answer to his questions. Could it have been a plot by the sisters? There is no indication of this in the guards' memories, but I consider that to be the most likely probability. They were trusted as kind guardian spirits. It would not cross anyone's mind that they might entrap the king's soul into his own crown, then defame the princess to her mother and her brother. Okay, thank you for the story, of course, as per usual. Till we meet again, good storyteller, sir. So the storyteller tends to tell stories of the downfall of kingdoms, of course, all of which have no doubt something to do with Nerissa. And if we were to go back through those stories with a fine-tooth comb, we could probably determine the hand that Nerissa perhaps played in each of the downfalls of those kingdoms. Anyway, as I sip on my coffee, alkaline mace. What are we selling here? We're selling that. We're selling that. And them. We selling any more? That'll do. Okay, so there I was thinking my throat was fine, but I have been talking a hell of a lot between the last video update and now this. Right, what we're going to do... Jesus, it is quite bad. I thought maybe I've overstretched myself. But we shall manage kingdom affairs until we get some kind of tangible update. So let's just take our time. There's no rush. I'm trying to make this video no more than 40 minutes to try to get this up at a reasonable hour. So everybody's busy. So all that's left for us to do is to rank up, and we shall rank up the High Priest. 10 events! And we have an update to the quest. Okay. Okay, so... Ooh! The Ancient Curse Part 7! Quelle surprise! Right, okay, we'll get to that in a second. Right, so the curator has persuaded the Hematomancer. Well done, sir. Ice Cold Wrath. Octavia has been successful as two as the mages of the kingdom repelled the Winter Witch. Well done. Oh dear. Unfortunately, Acundio not quite so efficient, but never mind. And Reggie's failed again. They care little for the king's opinion. Is that so, you damn monks? Right, but Lindsay was successful, which is fine. And Chandra has become more efficient in her post. I mean, can she get any more efficient? This now is Super Chandra. She might as well have the blue, the red S on her cape billowing in the wind. That's how good she is. Right, where are we? Okay, so now just the 5 extra events. One of which is the Bald Hilltop update. Another will be probably something to do with our update. It came from under the ground. The Mercenary Army. The Hunt the Hunters. And the Charmed Prince. We'll get to those at a later time. We've got developments to focus on. I love his hat. 43,000 coins. They're just throwing money at us. You want more cash? No, I'm drowning in money. I'm drowning. No, have some more. Have 40,000 more. Have 10,000 more. More. Your Highness, the Wild Hunt has been defeated. Oh, please. Storyteller, let me do the commentators cursing around here. Don't you start. You think that's defeated them, you can think again. Your quick and effective actions left the attackers no hope. Your grateful subjects would like to present you with this humble gift. What, despite the fact that I'm taxing every known item in this land? This is good of them. Another attack awaits, though I doubt it will come soon. I have a feeling that Nerissa won't hold back this time. It will be the most terrible blow yet. I only hope we can survive it. I agree with the storyteller. I visited the Bald Hilltop, and the portal to the First World is almost stable. It appears that by the time of the next attack it will be steady enough to become a permanent bridge between Galarian and the First World. The way I see it, we've had enough of being afraid of her. If Nerissa wants to attack us herself, then let her come. But she won't, will she? She's going to hide from us tucked away in the First World until the bitter end. I suggest we deal with her army here and then move immediately to counterattack before she musters the strength for another invasion. Are you sure this attack will be the last? When you deal with the Fae, you can't be sure of anything. My guess, however, is based more in fact than speculation. Never before has there been a portal to the First World that is so stable. We've also cornered Nerissa like never before. I bet she's absolutely beside herself. Can we use a portal to the Bald Hilltop to get to the First World? Suppose so. The portal used to snap shut after every attack, but now it should be a reliable passage to the First World. It probably leads directly to Nerissa's lair, wherever that may be. I agree with your plan. We will enter the portal I helped create and end the war I helped begin. Do you think Nerissa will appear personally to command the attack? I bet she won't. It isn't her style. She likes watching from a distance while she plans her next insidious trick, but I think she's just plain afraid of us. Fine. First we shall repel, and then we shall counterattack then. This will be a difficult battle. We shouldn't underestimate the enemy, especially one as cunning as Nerissa. Yes, and perhaps she shouldn't underestimate me. How about that? Shirelle. Ooh. Okay, what have you got for me? Divine support. Come on, Bokken, mate. Come on, Bokken. Give me elixir, man. Right, what's divine support? It's a mace, right? No. No. Oh, it's a belt. This belt grants its wearer +3 deflection bonus to AC, negative energy resistance 10, and the ability to cast banishment spell. 3 deflection bonus to AC isn't really that good. You have deflection bonus to AC with rings, you see, so it's kind of a moot point. I mean, their negative energy resistance could be good against the undead, though, so we'll kind of keep it as a situational thing. So the Ancient Curse Part 7, 264 days. Now, apparently, the game is trying to tell us here that this is a biggie. This is a biggie. That she's going to be sending everything she possibly can at us. All the kitchen sink, the pots and the pans, the dishwasher, everything's going to be thrown at us. Now, the question I have is, and I didn't Google this, so it would have been perhaps useful to know whether or not there's going to be another main quest before the Ancient Curse fires. Or not, because it might be the case that we are left to our own devices for 264 days, which is a long time for kingdom management, so we'll see what happens, I suppose. But could be ominous. You've got 264 days to kill. Crack on. Alright then, not a problem. Right. Okay. Guests from Thorn Keep. Is it a Cundio type affair? Okay, so that's him with 75% chance. The Treasures of the Ancients, a gang of tomb robbers. Oh, we've seen this before. Storyteller, no crisis point, because it's a more than 50%. A Charmed Prince. Oh dear. A Delicate Approach. You can't get much more delicate than Reggie, can you? Hunt the Hunters. Opportunity. We'll leave that for now then. Mercenary Army. Opportunity. It came from under the ground. Some kind of tunnel is being dug up. Perhaps Bartholomew Delgado, with the help of a crisis point, is on the case. Right, that'll do. So we'll stick him on there. Stick you on there. Stick you on there. Stick you on there. Everybody else, secondary. 0% chance? Perhaps not. Dunfear, what are you good for? Absolutely nothing. Did I click on it? Oh, I ignored it. Oops. Never mind. Reggie's good for that one, and Reggie's back in 14 days, which is before the turn of the month, so we'll hang fire on that one. And in the meantime, we'll do another rank up. Magister. Grand Diplomat, rank 6. Oh, the Council, oh, rank 7. Okay, well, we'll go with Magister for now. Perfect. Okay, excellent. We failed that because we didn't assign somebody. Ooh. The kingdom has gained a substantial reputation and is now well known across Galarian. Some might view the rising kingdom in the Stolen Lands as a potential ally with great potential. And the Magister asked for an audience. Let's go speak with Lindsay. Is she the Magister? No. Octavia. Oh, look, somebody's waiting. Elquist, I've just spoken with a Kellid shaman who came in voluntarily and surrendered himself to the guards. He and his brethren have fled the tribes. They know that they'll never win, and that you're the best chief, as he puts it. Now they wish to serve you, and are even willing to share their knowledge with us. But I don't think we should take them upon their offer. It's not that their word can't be trusted, but our security is more valuable than any assistance they could offer. Plus the people are scared to death of them. They can summon ferocious beasts, and not long ago they were doing terrible things in the service of our enemy. I believe it would be best to simply command them to leave and never return. Now normally we are very, you know, yeah, we'll take your advice, whatever you say. Yeah, no problem. However, we're fighting an enemy here who is nasty. She's getting desperate, and sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures. Having these on our side could be risky, but it could tip the balance, you know, the power that they wield and possess, the knowledge that they possess. So, yeah, I'm quite tempted. Elquist is quite tempted. So I'll let them remain. What's the worst that could happen? Let's see what the worst that could happen is. Okay, that's not a bad trade-off. I mean, the worst that's going to happen is that she's unhappy that we went against her advice, but and we do it too many times and she'll step down from her role, but hey, it's not a problem. This is not the best decision. Your subjects will surely not approve of this, and I can't blame them. Octavia, please, have faith. Do I look like I don't know what I'm doing? New event, spell resistance discovery. Maybe we can improve our spell resistance across claimed regions, I guess. Jace, a middle-aged halfling woman in tattered travelling clothes who was waiting patiently for an audience, approaches and bows. Greetings, your highness. Thank you for agreeing to see and hear me out. My name is Jace. I am a priestess of Desna, goddess of travellers and luck, who accompanies us on our journeys. The fame of your lands has called me to your door with a request. Desna protects those who spend their night out in the open. Please help me and my associates create shelters for such travellers, roadside shrines to the goddess. It will not take much, but the hundreds of travellers who pass through your lands will thank you in their prayers. Elquist sat there thinking to himself, thank me in their prayers? What use are prayers to me? I'm fighting a war here. Right, she's waiting patiently. Where are you from, Jace? From far away. Well, that's useful. There was once a time that I, like my ancestors, served a noble family in Cheliax. But praise Desna, I escaped and was picked up by a caravan of Varisians. Ever since then, fate has led me along many roads, in many lands, both bad and glorious ones, and truth be told, I have no wish to recollect my homeland. That is such a thing he would say. What good are shrines if we've got pubs and taverns and brothels and dance houses? Who needs shrines? And what if the seeker has no coin? Or the owner refused him entry because he has no means to wash? No, a shrine of Desna is more than just a hotel. It's a place where every tramp is welcome. For the mistress of the shrine makes no distinction between rich and poor. Making a shrine is easy, of course. We'll build an altar, pull out some stumps, clear the area, and we're done. But the unseen presence of Desna will remain, protecting every corner of your lands. None will dare attack anyone sleeping in the shade of such a shrine. You think a bandit's going to give two craps about, oh, Desna's watching us? Oh. Okay, why have you proposed this to me? Why are you here today? Speak plainly, Jace. Because everyone in these lands knows you're a good king. One who will protect every soul, and who will not simply leave the poor and sick to fight their fates alone. Your subjects follow your example, and are likewise kind and hospitable. I have no doubt that Desna loves you, and all those who travel in your lands. She's good at bloody butchering us up, isn't she? Oh. I think Elquist just maybe has a sideways glance at Chandra, because he's like, he's torn, and she just gives a subtle... building shrines is a fine idea. Fine. We have an overflowing treasury. A few shrines here and there shouldn't be a problem. Fine, fine. Very good, very good. Ha! I knew it. I knew you would agree. May Desna keep you and your loved ones safe. My companions and I will await your news. When you're ready, we'll begin right away. You'll have shrines in every corner of your state. Oh, joyful times indeed. Now if we had brothels in every corner... Oh wait, we have. Oh, Erlene, welcome. I couldn't be more proud of my decision to do business in your lands, your highness. It's easy to stay in touch with my old contacts here and gain new ones as well. And some of those new contacts are gorgeous. There's plenty of powerful arcanists in the capital these days, and with their help, I can acquire truly unique artifacts. Rod of Flaming Vengeance. Ooh, that sounds quite nice. Oh, there we look at that. Ooh, by Desna's Paths. Build Desna's shrines. Oh, God. Oh, so funny. Where are we? Look at that. Rod of Flaming Vengeance. 5 charges. This rod is hot to touch. It vibrates slightly with the power burning inside. It transforms all wielders' spell damage into fire damage, increasing caster level by 1, and +3 bonus to evocation school spells, DC. It also grants its wielder the ability to make up to... This is definitely a Donfia rod here, isn't it? Wow, and it grants the wielder the ability to make up to 5 spells they cast per day, maximised, as though using the maximised feat spell. Okay, well, Tristian does a lot of spells too, and he uses DC-based fire attacks such as Fireball and stuff. So having and that's 5 spells per day as well. It's a per day thing for the maximise. Yeah, and it transforms all wielders' spell damage into fire damage, increasing caster level by 1, and +3 bonus to evocation spell schools. So let's just take a quick check here. So for example, if he was to cast, say, Fireball, or Control Fireball, it's it's evocation, and he'd get the DC bonus +3, which makes it more likely that the spells or the opponents won't save against those kind of spells. So yeah, definitely a Donfia rod if he was in the party, but certainly would be helpful for Tristian too. Well done, Erlene, we like it. Okay, so Kingdom Quests by Desna's Paths. It's about time to build some shrines. Fine, if we must. Okay, what's this? Desna's Wayside Shrines. I'm almost tempted to send Chandra. She's the one that nodded at us and made us do it. But it's definitely a job for Jod, that, isn't it? He's the religious fella. And spell resistance. So groundbreaking research has uncovered new secrets in spell resistance. Provides a spell resistance of 16 to the king and his companions while fighting in claimed regions. That's pretty handy. That's more than pretty handy, actually. See? Oh, we don't want the shamans here. Yes, we do, my dear Octavia. Yes, we do. Right, mercenary army. Oh, Reggie's not ready yet. How about you? 61. Nah. If she's 61, Reggie will be like 80 something in 7 days' time. So we'll continue along the lines of, what's the daisy? Of ranking up people that need ranking up. The Grand Diplomat. Let's see. Magister again? No, now she's busy, you see. Where's the Grand Diplomat? That's Lindsay. No, that's not. That's a curator. Where's Lindsay? There she is. Okay. Treasures of the Ancient. Success. Well done, sir. The Charmed Prince. Triumphant. Good to see you back on form, Reggie, after your last failure. Well done. Well done. Which means, after we've trained Bartholomew again... See, Bartholomew doesn't have to do this, apparently. Strengthen Bartholomew's skills. So if we pick somebody else, it seems that they would be able to help him. I've never done it this way before, but I'm going to try it. So, she's going to help Bartholomew strengthen his skills. Grand Diplomat wants to talk about important matters. Somebody's choked to death. And we've got a debate with a famous philosopher. Right, let's get Reggie on this case. 100% chance. The Great Debate, now nobody's available for that. A choking death. No, not likely. So who's ready for that one? Acundio. Back in 7 days. This has only just come up though, so this should be 1st of the 12th, right? Yeah. So we should be fine with that one. Grand Diplomat. Okay, good. We're 37 minutes in. Hey up, Lindsay. How you doing, cocker? Elquist. 7 Archers is trying to exact revenge for our refusal to aid the Novoboro conflict. Not only have they cut off food supplies, their wandering Druids hired a fight this crisis, are instead spoiling our crops further. Faced with the risk of starvation, our people are panicking and fighting for food in the markets. This must be resolved. The wrath of 7 Archers. We must take urgent measures. Sending the General's army to 7 Archers would be effective, but cruel to local farmers. I have 2 ideas. First, the response they expect from us is to tighten our belts, stockpile bread, and order the warden to distribute it evenly. The second and the better plan is to have the High Priest persuade the local Druids to fix the situation with this year's harvest. They normally stay out of such conflicts, but this is a dire emergency. Warden, Reggie, or what was the other one? Or Jod. Acundio, Reggie, or Jod. The Undaunted. Thank you. Keep on bringing me lovely items if you don't mind. I'm sure you don't. Right, let's just quickly check what these items are, shall we? What's this? Yeah. Never mind. Very good. Very good. Very good. The Wrath of 7 Archers. So it's Reggie, it's Jod, it's Acundio. They're all rather busy right now. But we have to do it. I don't actually think it's one that you can fail. Or maybe it actually got a DC check, so it is actually. That's wrong. But everyone's rather busy. Everyone's rather busy, I'm afraid. So it's dexterity, which is the bonus to help with espionage. Dexterity. So if we have something in our inventory that boosts dexterity to a decent amount, perhaps we should have done for you wear that. You know, just maybe help me a little bit. Well, it's taken me a while to get to this stage. So this is dexterity +4. Do we not have any sort of +6 dexterity stuff now? maybe we did. Maybe we sold it. Well, we don't need these. Who needs dexterity +6? I don't know. Incredible belt dexterity. Could probably have without. What about if we do it by sort by price? If we were to go back to Pit Axe, I bet we can find a dexterity belt +8 or +6. The question is, are we that bothered to go and do that to give him an extra +2 to his already paltry dice rolls? Not really. Okay, right. I'm going to do one more rank up to see what happens, and then we're going to end the session. So let's have a look. Curator was level 6. Any level 5s left? We've got level 6. Who's that? So you've got the Magister, who's busy. But Curator, who's not busy. Okay. Bit of culture. Ba-boom! Guest on Thorn Keep? Success. It came from underground? Success. 2 more events. Curator needs our help. Going south. Interesting. More training. The storyteller. Get on the case. Why you stood there gawping? Okay. Ooh, hang on. Greetings, Your Highness. I wanted to inform you that our efforts to open schools have paid off immensely. The literacy level of your people is growing throughout the kingdom, and there's hardly any family whose children aren't learning to read, write, and count. Thus, I wanted to propose a next step to open a university in the capital. The influx of learned men and women from all around Avistan will surely be a boon for trade. Our scientists will require books, magical scrolls, alchemical reagents, and potions. Our kingdom's prestige will rise in the eyes of our neighbours. I believe this endeavour will bring nothing but good fortune to our lands, although many rulers fear the free thinking that breeds in universities. It is well to remember that free thought is only ever a threat to tyrants. Yes, I agree. We cannot stop progress, so we must champion it, yes. We have enough coffers in the treasury to spare here. Yes, a crown university. I completely agree. This is an investment in spirit itself. It will pay off much sooner than you think, and it will continue to bear fruit long after we've all returned to dust. I bid you good day, Your Highness. Come on, Bokken! I don't want... Oh, thank you for your owlskin bear boot things. Owl bear skin boots. Just what I've always wanted for Christmas. Right, we're going to finish off then with... So that's the creator's endeavours. Fine. We're going to finish off then with... How do we... Oh, enter. Is that right? Am I doing this right? What am I doing? Yeah, build. Where's my university? An orphanage. There we go. Woohoo! Right there. We'll put it... A bank, a fair, a theatre. Where do we put it? Next to the goblin quarters. Do you know what? No, we'll stick it there. Doesn't make much of a difference, does it really? But you know, I was hoping to put it near the dance hall or something, an extra brothel. We'll have educated wenches. Righty-ho. So I think we'll end the session there. Hopefully this will go up by 8 o'clock. It might have to be 8:30 at this point now, but we'll see. So I'll sort out the rest of these events in the next session. The next session will be a recorded session just like this, but it might be a recorded session where I cut out some of the kingdom management and stick to the good stuff. But for this particular session, I just wanted to have a bit of a chill and go through it all with you. So I hope you've enjoyed that. and we'll see what transpires next. I'm going to Google, though, whether or not we are actually kingdom managing until Ancient Curse Part 7 triggers, or whether we are going to get another chapter, but we'll see. I'll keep you posted on that one. But in the meantime, have a good evening, folks. Thank you for joining me, and as always, until next time, I'll see you soon.